Ew,
Hey!
ew, ew.
Hey! Welcome
Woo.
in on a Friday, sports
Yes,
fans
sir.
and friends alike,
Mm.
to Quarantine Kings program. And I we might have to change it to like orange tier Kings, maybe yellow tier Kings. I don't know. I mean, things seem to
Who
be
even
going in a
knows?
pretty positive direction here. But thank
The
you for joining
jackasses
us.
formerly known as Quarantine Kings.
Yes,
That's what we'll
those
be
guys.
called.
No, we'll stick with the name. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But thank you for
Too much
joining us.
branding. Too much branding to switch. Let's
Yeah,
just not.
that's too commercial. That's you
Yeah.
guys sold out. But
Yeah.
I'm also pleased. We would love to sell out. You know,
Yes, we will happily sell out. Yes.
please let us sell out. But thank you for joining us. Hit us up in the comments. Call in at the link. Tyler, how are you doing on this Friday?
Man, I'm doing good. It's Friday. It's the weekend. MLB The Show dropped, or at least the pre-order
Yeah.
dropped. So I'll probably be playing that all weekend. But look forward to it. Big series in baseball going on as we speak. Of course, Dodgers Padres. That's not what I was referring to. Actually, the Tigers A's. That's the big series going on
Ah,
right
it's gonna
now.
be heat. It's gonna be heat.
Huge. But no, it's looking forward to a good weekend. Ronnie, how you doing today?
Doing well. Very busy bank day, Friday, payday, etc. But as always, doing better here with you now. So uh, we got a lot of stuff to get into. Not a marquee UFC event, but we will check in with the fight doctor, get a little update on
Mm-hmm.
that, especially in the lead up to next week, which will be a big one. Some
Mm-hmm.
NASCAR, a lot of little side odds and ends, FA Cup semifinals,
That's right.
whatever the hell is going on with the Canucks, and also a breaking development with the Aaron Donald story that we will touch on for you
Yeah,
here, and we will be
right.
live updating you on the status. I'm actually looking through the door here, but I can barely make it out at the Padres Dodger game, which I believe is still scoreless. Last time I saw,
0-0 in the second. Last I saw.
we got a heater. We got a heater on our hands.
That's right. That's
Woo!
right.
Looking forward to it. But let's just dive right into a couple little odds and ends here, real quick.
Okay.
Just some different things I like to get out of the way right at the beginning.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
so right off the top, we saw Jamal Murray unfortunately out for the season with a torn ACL. It didn't look good. I mean,
Mm.
goes up untouched and it just kind of half jumps and then just goes down. The rest is
Yep.
history. Torn ACL. He should be back. It's a recoverable injury. It's not like the dreaded microfracture, which is
Right.
almost, I wouldn't say a death sentence in the NBA, but it's like 60-40 if you can even come back to being effective. And that's maybe less than that, less than 40.
Right.
Saw what it did to Amari. But keep our eyes on that. But unfortunately, we also had Spida Mitchell sprained his ankle. Apparently, X-ray is negative, and they will get an MRI on that. So, hoping, like I'm not a huge Jazz fan. Obviously, this is all, I guess, indirectly good news for the Lakers. But a team that has really just wire to wire been one of the best in the league,
Mm-hmm.
to losing definitely your best player does not help at this stage of the season. So hopefully he's back in time. They're still going to have a really good seed in the playoffs. So we'll see what goes on with that.
Yeah, it's just rough. I mean, like you said, Murray last week and Mitchell this week. Again, hopefully Mitchell's isn't anything serious. It's probably a case. If it is a sprained ankle, he's probably going to miss the rest of the regular season. Should be back. Should be back for the playoffs though. But yeah, I mean that's rough, especially coming out of the West, man. When you lose a star player in the West, like a 1 seed can go down to the 8 seed if the star player's not there for the 1 seed. That's how deep the West is. So hopefully he'll be all right. Hopefully he can bounce back. But yeah, definitely tough news. Two young up and coming stars that are going to be out for injuries for a bit. So rough look for the NBA. Better look for your Lakers. But yeah, rough look for the NBA.
Well, Staples Center welcomed fans back last night, and the good thing about watching at home, I will say, is that I can change the channel because that's exactly what I did. Watch the Dodgers come back because woo, that was bad. Losing to
Yeah.
the Celtics. I hope it was worth all the money that those 2,000 fans paid to get in there. But real quick, let's hit the comments. I think I have someone calling in here on the line, so I want to update you on that as we go along. Shout out to Jaime in there early and often with the tailgate.
Always there early.
Down for all the smoke as the Astros go back on the road. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And Wade is all about that Jazz.
That's true. Well, yeah. Wade is now a minority owner in the Utah Jazz.
Well, he's doing better than A-Rod. I can say that. I can say that with certainty. Because A-Rod is going to have quite a conversation when he gets over there. But
him and Anthony Edwards might clash.
It might hash it out a little bit. But as I mentioned, I do see a call here on the not even the regular hotline. This is the red phone. It's ringing here.
Oh yeah.
This is direct.
We got to answer it. We
coming down from on high. So on the Chew Dental Lab Celebrity Hotline, bringing into the program the CEO of the Quarantine Kings, Mr. Nick Barrios.
What's up, boss?
Before we start, Ronnie, can you move to the middle? This is not how this works. I'm the middle. I run everything here.
Well, all right. Well, normally okay.
Okay. All right.
What up, man?
Ronald, how are you? Tyler, how are you?
Great. Just happy to be here.
Boss?
Yeah, I saw your sign. A great place to work, and
know it.
Yeah. Not really feeling that right now. So you can put that down. You could put that down.
Okay.
To all the fans and viewers, how are you? I am the CEO. Like to say I'm a very happy CEO, but I'm more of not angry, not crazy either, right, Nick? You're not crazy. No, you're not crazy, Nick. You're not crazy. No, I'm good. Like I said before in the comments, just kind of wanted to have like a live executive meeting, just to kind of talk some things out, see some things that I'm kind of like angry. Can't say angry. Not an angry CEO, but a happy CEO. I just I'm just disappointed. So before we get into that, guys, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Anyway, we'll start. Right.
Okay.
I got things written down here. All right.
Oh
so
dear.
Is this something that we should be doing live on air, boss? Like shouldn't we do this in the production meetings?
No. I want the viewers to see, so they have a say in this as well.
Oh, no.
All right. So, so first thing on the agenda, let's see. Justin's allowed only one Cowboys reference. Come on, listen. We could take with so much Cowboys. Same thing with Amanda, only one Eagles reference. And if she does that, just comment back with "Remember 2009." Hashtag always remember 2009. Expecting that. Let's see. Next thing on the agenda, the Knicks. Don't know what the hell's going on, but they're in the playoffs. And as a New York fan, this is a weird year for us. So I need you guys to fix that. Let's see. So Tyler, good on you for wearing your Suck a Mosquito shirt. Ron, what the hell?
I was wearing it last show.
No. New order of business now is you will wear it every day. I don't care how dingy it gets. Make sure you wash it multiple times. Guys, we're trying to promote a brand here. We're trying to promote a brand. The global brand. So please, come on.
Okay.
Let's see. So I see we have a lot of sponsors, and we're trying to take this thing to the moon. One thing, like I mentioned before, let's get some Corona on here. Not the virus. Well, we're getting past that. Kind of want to get the get on the Fast and Furious or Fast Saga or whatever they're calling themselves, Fast Space Furious 9, whatever. Anyway, so let's get that going. Possibly, let's get some Dogecoin rolling through here. I've already blew like most of the budget, and not seeing a lot of production coming out of this. So we need to start getting some crypto. So granted, I'm the CEO, but you guys work for me, so you make it happen. All right, let's see. So Ron, I like how you did a little bracket challenge there. Advertising the shirt that they messed up on. You never consulted me on first, so that's kind of how all this started. Next year, we will only do a bracket challenge under the pretenses or the conditions that the Duke men's basketball team is in it. If they are not in it, no bracket challenge.
Wow. It's a rebuilding year.
Anyway, let us see.
They might suck again next year. We don't know.
No. Well, then you know what? That's not my. What does the Baron have to say? I will listen to the Baron.
He says I should be writing this down. Yeah,
you're probably right.
Absolutely right. That is why you'll be my VP.
Really? Okay,
Do you realize what you're doing?
Wait a minute.
Do you realize what you're doing?
Boss,
Come on,
boss,
bro.
please reconsider
Boss.
that. Please reconsider that.
These are no consideration. My man is a genius right now because I see all this talking and no writing down. But you know what? Like I said, we'll let the also get their input. So please, roll in with the comments. Let's see. I know you guys have some sports to talk about. So I know we mentioned Justin's soccer takes. No, we're gonna call it Justin's football takes. You know, we've got to get a budget to kind of cut that into the promos here. And then he also complained too that we're not paying him. So with that, you know, we bring this guy in as our insider, and we just treat him like crap. Is that what we do now?
Well, I mean,
we don't get paid. Why should he get paid?
Well, no. Remember, he's a special insider. You know, he's doing something above and beyond. Write that down. And so I'm pretty not angry. I'm crazy. No, not crazy, Nick. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. I'm just disappointed.
Of course not, sir.
I'm just disappointed. So with that being said, I'm pretty. Oh God, what is wrong? Like, why can't we get this right? Why can't we get this right? You know, we're trying to run a family-friendly show, and I don't see anything coming to fruition. So you know what? On that note, I want both of you guys to give yourself an ass because it's fucking embarrassing. It is fucking embarrassing.
And there he goes on the Chew celebrity Chew dental line. I'm a little shooken up right now, but the boss has spoken, and may the assings begin. So I guess we'll do that. I got my notes here, and we'll try to bounce back.
I've got one thing written down. It just says "Pay Justin?" ? Pay
Justin? Well, again, bring him on as an insult. You know what? I'm not gonna stir up the pot even more than it's already been stirred.
No.
Obviously, there's some feelings going on.
I don't know about the Baron being VP.
I really don't.
I really have some major concerns there. You know what? Let's save that for the next production meeting. The politics of the show don't need to be brought up.
The Baron already shamelessly Mr. Barrios. Okay, well, maybe now you will be boss as well. I don't know. Please.
I don't know about that.
It's going to be this weekend we're going to have an interesting conference call.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I make sure I wear pants to that Zoom call because I got to be top shelf on that one. Yeah. But let's try to move on. Oh, also, he's still texting me. He did want this to be displayed. Connor, his dog, wearing the Yankees jersey. So I will oblige his wishes and display that on the screen. But
hey, I can never be mad at a puppers on screen. It's
all right. Where do we go from there? Let's hit a little hockey here. As we know, the Canucks are really going through some things, and this is their plan to make up the season or finish out the season. I mean, it's already a lost season. They're like second or third to last in that North, basically Canadian division.
right.
They're not getting to the playoffs, but have a look at that as a hockey schedule. I mean, 4 games a week, back-to-backs. That's what you like to see after a long season. That's or recovering from a serious pandemic virus.
Yes, I was gonna say it's bad enough it's already a long season, but yes, now it's coming off of your entire team not playing for like 3 weeks because of massive outbreak. Which also that outbreak affects your lungs, and so having to play back-to-backs and 4 games a week is probably gonna be a little tricky, probably a little tough for him, I would imagine.
Suddenly, every game becomes a bags game. But, good luck to them. I hope they are all healthy, for one, and are able to finish out the, season, television, contractual obligations. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think the Canucks have any chance at making the playoffs anyway. So, if you got to drop, maybe 3 games over the course, it's not really going to break the whole thing up. But, I guess for the other teams that they're playing that might have a shot, it could affect them. So, guess you got to play it out. Also, in the same hockey realm, now the Avalanche got some postponed games. So it's getting real in the field.
That's an actually talented team. That's a really good team. That's gonna have to find some time to make up these 3 games that they're going to be missing. That's assuming and hopefully this does happen. They get their COVID issues under control. But it's still out there, still wreaking havoc on the NHL. So hopefully they get through this season. But looking a little rough down the stretch here.
Very bad timing, just as we get right up on these playoffs, maybe a month and a half away. But they are going to try to push through. It wasn't as bad from what we know so far as what happened to the Canucks as far as the huge reshuffling of their schedule. But hopefully this is sort of a contained with these 2 teams, and we're able to get to the playoffs with all the viable candidates. CEO on the line also. Baron could be a host, #replacement. Well, I mean, let's not go too crazy. And the Baron, if nominated, I will not run. If elected, I will not serve. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes.
But
your sacrifice is thanked by the show.
I did want to talk about, as we touched on, more than touched on, the ongoing situation with Aaron Donald, previous show. Now, news comes out today that there is surveillance footage, and actually his involvement in the fight appears to be that he was the one breaking it up. As other people were jumping the victim in this case, Aaron Donald comes in, starts just pulling guys off the pile, basically, and which is actually incredible, too, as you'll see in this video. Someone pulls him out, which is wild. But here's the surveillance video. This was tweeted out from one of the reporters on local news in Pittsburgh. And, so he gets pulled away after pulling like 3 or 4 guys off. This guy just stands around, boom, takes another little cheap shot.
Get that cheap shot in.
Yeah. Super quick to react there, security. But one thing that did stand out to me, and, for better or worse, that's just where my mind goes, how it works, is the weird double time sped upness of that footage. And the only thing I could think of was like, I feel like I could watch this on an old, like one of those reel cameras.
It's an old Nickelodeon. Yeah.
Yeah, on a Nickelodeon, just pop a nickel in there and watch a reel, a horse running. Yeah. In this case, a guy getting brutally jumped in the street outside of a Pittsburgh nightclub. But I can only imagine this would be the music that would play over something like that. So, we do not know. There's still many more details to come out in this case. If any of those people in the initial pile were involved with the entourage of Mr. Donald, but it seemed like he came in there trying to be a peacemaker. He was himself pulled away, and chaos ensued from there. But we'll see, as the legal proceedings carry on, what comes of this. But it does seem like he comes off looking a little bit better now in this situation than someone that just like wailed on a guy straight up in a club.
Yeah, watching that second video, I can only imagine the guy that went back after everything broke up to get those last hits. I imagine he had like a big twirly mustache, maybe wearing a cape.
Yes.
Yes.
Classic villain.
But on top of that, whoever that dude is that pulled Aaron Donald away, breaking news, he's been offered a contract by every NFL team and every CFL team.
If you got a strong back, we can use you.
Oh,
especially.
That's impressive.
A lot of interest coming out of that NFC West right now, for sure. And that man, definitely. Find that man. Can he be identified from that footage? Which, again, apparently from 1921, so I don't know. But, hopefully he lands on his feet with a cushy NFL job.
I don't know if you could see it, but Groucho Marx was kind of wandering around in the back of that back of the footage there.
Just play in the back.
Yep.
We do have a little baseball to get into, but I want to talk about some of the soccer because West Ham.
Whew. Let's do it,
4:30. I
boys.
probably won't be getting up to watch it, but we gotta have it. We gotta have it. Every
Yep.
game counts right now. 4th place.
Yep.
Stay up there, please. You see, already today, Everton played Spurs. Tyler brought to my attention yesterday in a wildly hilarious development that Spurs announced a new sponsorship with, and I don't know how this is pronounced. It's a paint company in England, Deluxe. I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna go with that.
Sure.
And as soon as they announced that on their Twitter feed, whoever was running the Twitter feed just immediately started trolling the team that they just signed up with. I know you can't really see the close-ups here, so I just put a little montage. Oh, there you go. We are delighted to announce Deluxe, the nation's #1 paint brand, is our first ever paint sponsor. And then, actually, let me go back off of that. I think the dog has something to do with their logo. And immediately, the Tottenham fans, can the dog play center back? And then he might do a better job, Chris. From the official account. Time to paint that trophy cabinet. And then they just post this meme for sale, unused trophy cabinet. And then paint the dusty trophy cabinet. Don't be silly. Surfaces should be dust-free before painting. So,
of course. That's basics. Come on.
Look, if that guy got fired, whatever intern runs the Deluxe Twitter account, he went down like a G. He went down like a legend.
I did see a tweet later on that somebody said, like, you've got to be like an Arsenal fan or a Chelsea fan. He's a Brighton fan, which is like, all right, whatever. I mean, get your shots at the Spurs. I'll never be disappointed with that.
There's never a bad time for anyone to take a shot at Spurs. I mean, come on, let's just be honest.
Yeah, so Spurs taking shit from their sponsors right away. Spurs
immediately.
Yeah.
Why would they come just to boo? They pay just to troll us.
And Spurs able to get the draw today against Everton. Harry Kane putting in 2 goals, which officially I think puts him on the 7th all-time in the Premier League goal scorers list. And he is now the highest goal scorer ever to not win a championship, which if he stays at Spurs, Lord knows that ain't happening.
Well, come over to West Ham. I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but
he's probably going to City. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. But that's just how it goes. We do have Jaime the Greek throwing in some picks here. Let me
there we go.
Get his promo up here. I don't know where I did with it here. I can't find it at the moment. But I apologize.
We had to get rid of it.
Apologize to Jaime the Greek. But much love. West Ham over Newcastle. Please.
West Ham, like, the only thing that scares me is A, Newcastle's in a relegation battle, and B, West Ham always plays terrible at St. James Park. So I'm like, But look, Lingard, go out, do your thing. Lingard, go out, do your thing. Hopefully this team should be all right.
Wolves over Sheffield, I certainly would hope so, but sorry,
right,
Sheffield.
Yeah.
Arsenal over Fulham, probably. Fulham, I don't even know if they really have a fighting chance of staying in the league.
They do. It's pretty slim, but
outside, they're going to need some help. And let's see, United over Burnley, okay, of course. Liverpool over Leeds, although those games are always known. Anytime Leeds is involved, it's going to be wild.
It's pretty wild, that's for sure.
And
producer Tanaya dropping in.
Yes, after we were lambasted by the boss. Thanks for sticking up, producer. Where were you? But anyway, conveniently unavailable at the time when we were just getting read the riot act. Why is there a hockey game on the channel that says MLB baseball is on? I am not sure what you are referring to channel-wise. So I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
It's on Bally Sports.
Bally Sports, yeah.
Bally Sports. And, since a gambling concern is involved, again, entertainment purposes.
Please believe that.
Please believe that. But also, Bally is just an interesting company. I had to Google that. I was like, Bally? Like the casino Bally? And so I Googled it the day that they switched over all those channels. And it's because Disney bought Fox. So they had to get, since they already have ESPN, they had to get rid of all the regional Fox channels. They had to sell those to somebody to break up the monopoly they had. So Bally came in Yes, the same one as the casino. Yes, the same one formerly as the gym. And yes, the same one as the arcade/pinball machine company.
What a wild company. They just kind of just dip their toes in everything.
Just a super conglomerate.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in the room, yes. Just go to the living room theater and enjoy there. Bally was a gym. Yes, Bally was a gym.
At one point, yes.
But now dissolved. And yes, Jaime the Greek for life. Please believe that. Entertainment purposes only. Moving on. Catch my breath here. It's coming in, fast and furious right now. We also have FA Cup semifinals this weekend. Chelsea and Man City. That's tasty. Leicester at Southampton. Not as much, but Southampton, one of those teams that they really got nothing else to play for here. So
sure,
go on and win the whole thing. Screw it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Chelsea Man City is kind of the big one, and it's getting at the point of the year where it's kind of like you're wondering if Man City can get the quad, and it's just like you're wondering about the health of the team because they're playing so many games between obviously just the regular Premier League season, 38 games, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, which that final is next week, and then of course the Champions League, which that's an extra couple games a month. Like, man, they're playing a shit ton of games. So in the FA Cup, you only need to lose one game and you're out. So the quad is in serious jeopardy here. Chelsea's not a bad team. They're playing real well under Tuchel. So that's definitely the premier game to watch this weekend, I think.
Theater is look. That's just a vague term. It doesn't mean. All right, angry CEO is coming in at me, pinching at the waist about every single thing that costs money or could. It's paid for.
That's not even on the show's budget. It's your own budget.
I got it from a guy, had it in the back of a shopping cart down here in City Heights. It's totally legit, straight cash. And also, yes, Southampton over Leicester. Let's go.
I like that.
I also like the idea of going for the quad and having to, part of that, get that Carabao Cup. You want that Carabao Cup. Get you one of these. Right. You get you one of these.
Look, to be fair, they're playing Spurs. Spurs would probably kill for that at this point in time.
Very, very true. Prove their own sponsors wrong. It's us against everyone, even the people that pay to sponsor our team.
That's right. Hey, look, if they're paying to sponsor the team, doesn't that mean they should have the rights to say whatever they want about said team?
They signed the check. I mean, you guys took the money. It's free pass. We let the CEO, buy up all the shares. Maybe now, in hindsight, maybe not the best idea. So there could be some restructuring going on. But
obviously, he can pop on here and say whatever he wants about us whenever. I mean, shit that should be said at a production meeting, he's saying on air. So hey, whatever, man. He pays the checks. Yeah.
Like I said, when he lights up the red phone, I'm obliged to answer. He was very clear about that. He was very clear about that.
Any time of day, we have to answer that red phone.
So real quick, I know producer Tanaya was curious about what's going on with the normal channel that the baseball game would be on. But let's get an update here on this Dodgers score. Or
so
Padres score. Padres 1-0.
1-0 Padres.
Let me. I want to see what happened.
That was a Campusano single that scored Manny Machado.
Oh, all right. Interested to see also, while I have this pulled up, Tatis 0-for-1 with a strikeout, and he did get on base, so it looks like maybe he got a walk, or I don't know how he got on base.
And does he still have two shoulders?
My sources are telling me his arm is still attached. That's all I know.
That's good. So that's good.
That is positive news. And now we're bringing in his hired goons. Last name Slim. You can figure out the rest. He is the corporate enforcer. All right. Well, great.
Mississippi Slim. Yes, we know him very well.
Speaking, mosquitoes everywhere. Suck at mosquitoes. But Billy Joel blasting during the Astros game. Tell him, Tyler, please. Speaking of the Astros game, it just barely started right when we were going on the air, so I haven't seen too many updates there. But always a good time. Jaime the Greek maybe look away at this point to bring up the Astros shame tour as they are back on the road, back out of the friendly confines, Minute Maid or whatever it's called. So let's dive into this real quick. jazzy. It's upbeat. What's not to love?
Everything we do on this show just has old timey music. I'm realizing.
Yeah, we're trying to take it back to a simpler time. We've seen the A's get into them. Angel fans, maybe a Dodger fan, also getting into them with a real trash can hitting the field. This is only going to continue. The only update I have so far is there has been some lusty booing going on for every single Astro that has come to the plate. I've seen some Astros fans coming back, falling back on these guys weren't even on the team back then. Who cares? Who cares? Actually, I think Dana probably said it best.
I don't give a fuck.
Right. Boo them all. Boo them all. Boo them all to hell. That's what I say.
They got the name on the front of the jersey, right? That's what you're booing.
Yep, that's exactly. I'm booing the colors and the jersey. That's all I'm booing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll say, yeah, we'll keep an eye out. Hopefully the Mariners fans can, do something a little extra. Definitely worthy of, adding into the update come Monday.
Yeah, and I think we are going to see some. I was waiting for some photos, videos to come out, but I trust in the good people of Seattle to provide that over this weekend. So we will keep you updated on that throughout the season. Perfectly used trash cans they're trolling with. Look, I think they're being used in the best way possible. If it's used for trolling, I mean, normally what's the best part of a trash can today? Just holding trash? No, get yourself on TV and get banged on by some drunk guy in the outfield bleachers, or possibly even thrown on the field. Look, I'm not saying I hope it hits someone. I never that. But I'm just saying, all season long, let's keep it up, baseball fans.
Yeah, I really want to see the creativity. Like, I mean, that first Angel series kind of like really set the bar high for the rest of MLB fans to keep up in this trolling. So let's see what we can do, Seattle.
I already know. Tyler and I both know. When they go to Dodger Stadium, it's going to be on and popping. So before that happens, I need to see some creativity. I need to see, people pushing the envelope until that happens.
It's going to look like Real Madrid rolling into Liverpool on the team bus, just getting shit thrown at them.
And again, I don't want anyone to get seriously hurt.
Of course not. No.
Maybe just publicly shamed. That's, what's
Definitely
wrong with that?
Absolutely that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
And just to put a little capper on the, again, both Tyler and I are going to run back inside and watch a Dodger game when we get off the air. But a little capper on how weird things have been so far. This is from Jeff Passan. First place teams in the American League: the Red Sox, the Royals, and the Mariners.
For first place Mariners, who when this tweet was out, they had a -8 run differential, and yet we're still in first in the AL West.
Just win, baby. That's how you know the Astros are walking into that lion's den, and
that's right.
It's going to be heated because they're playing for first right now.
And how about the Royals? That was Barron that actually made the prediction a couple weeks ago, saying that watch out for the Royals. Now they're sitting in first place.
Huge Royals guy, Barron. Who would have
Big
seen
Royals guy. Whit Merrifield, that's his boy.
Whit Merrifield. As we're winding down here, I did want to. Well, I'll just throw this up on the screen here. NASCAR's back at Richmond this weekend. Truex coming off that win. Qualifies for the pole. Hamlin, always a factor. Our boy, Harvick, sitting there at 9th. Actually, I think I have all top 10 here of the qualifiers. Yeah, Kyle Busch there. So pretty much the usuals. Again, America's sweetheart, Kyle Larson, still up there. Joey Logano, also another favorite.
Another America's sweetheart, yes.
Yeah. But looking forward to that as we go from the half mile, as Tyler said, up to the 3/4 mile. So
that's right.
Still going to be some drama there, getting all these guys together in pretty close quarters for them.
Yeah. I mean, going to be interesting seeing, like you said, Truex got the win last week. He's the only multi-time winner this year. Now he's getting the pole this week. Seems to be a master of the short track. So got to imagine it'll favor him this week. And if you're looking at the odds, I haven't looked at the odds this week, but let's say, maybe look at Truex, of course, for entertainment purposes only.
Oh, obviously for entertainment purposes only. And also, again, and I cannot stress this enough, any predictions given on the show.
It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
Not guaranteed. But I was actually considering doing some NASCAR betting this weekend, going through the book, just because even the favorite, they're always like plus 800 because there's so many things that could happen in the course of a race.
It's so wild. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Well,
might have to become
an update from Seattle Astros.
Might have to become NASCAR betting guys.
Yeah, that's a weird state of life. I'll say that. We would be the only ones, I'm pretty sure, unless you really want to go deep on some NASCAR podcasts. I don't know. But real quick, before we get to the end here, we got to check in with the Fight Doctor. We have the big pay-per-view coming up next week, but we do have a fight night coming up tomorrow. Again, the second week for the Venom brand of UFC apparel. So let's hit it with the Fight Doctor here and just take a quick look at what we might be seeing tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is the main event of the evening.
The heavyweight champion of the world.
Here we go. So yeah, like Ronnie said, we do have a fight night this weekend. It's actually going to be a free fight on ESPN, so definitely keep an eye out for that one. Not an amazing card. I mean, the build-up is kind of to, like as Ronnie said, next week they have the big pay-per-view, 3 title fights, plus actually the other 2 fights on the main card are really exciting, interesting fights too. This week, the headline is the main event, which is a middleweight bout between old Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whittaker, and Kelvin Gastelum. This is a fight that was supposed to take place a couple of years ago, actually, when Whittaker was the champ. But then hours before the show, he had to pull out of the fight because he had a collapsed bowel and an internal hernia.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That'll make you have to pull out of a fight. And this fight actually wasn't even supposed to happen this week. It was supposed to be Gastelum versus Paulo Costa, but Paulo Costa a few weeks ago had a very severe flu, pulled out of the fight because couldn't train, couldn't keep healthy. So Whittaker stepped up and said, "All right, let's." I can't say run this back because they never had to begin with, but anyway, I think it'll be an exciting fight
for the first time.
Yes, right there you go, run it back for the first time. I think it'll be a fun fight. Whittaker, always fun. Perennial contender for the belt. He, of course, a few fights ago, lost his middleweight title to Israel Adesanya, bounced back with a couple decision wins over Darren Till and Jared Cannonier. Kind of putting up his number 1 ranking in this one, I guess. I mean, I know Masvidal, not Masvidal, I'm blanking here. But Whittaker, Whittaker's just kind of the perennial number 1 contender, so he's putting up that spot here against Gastelum, who, Gastelum was a contender a few years back, lost to Adesanya, then lost his next 2 fights to Darren Till and Jack Hermanson. Both of those were massive upsets. But he kind of rebounded recently against his fight against Ian Heinisch. So he's back on the winning ways. This is going to be a pretty fun fight, I think. I will say, for entertainment purposes only, I definitely like Whittaker in this one. I think this is going to be a pretty exciting 5-round fight. I think it will go the distance. I imagine Whittaker's going to take it in the end. I think he's just a better all-around fighter. But I'm really looking forward to this one. I think on a pretty weak card, this is a good headline fight that will be fun to watch.
And again, we're going into like one of those mega big events. So you're not going to get just tons here, but it's nice to have a intriguing main event, especially considering, as Tyler said, the backstory where this was going to happen ages ago, never came to fruition, but now they're actually going to get together. So looking forward to that, and it's free.
It's free. Yeah, can't complain about that. I mean, not that I think the other fights on the card are terrible. I mean, I think the co-main event is a lightweight fight between Jeremy Stevens and Drakkar Klose. You got Andrei Arlovsky's going to be on the fight, which I've never been a huge fan of his, but he is a legend, been around forever. It's going to be. There are some intriguing fights on there. I just don't think they're as exciting. And like I said, it's a build up to just a mega card next week. But again, it could be just a fun Saturday night in, and it's free. You can never beat that. I guess it can also address being the fight doctor, even though I'm probably not going to watch the fight because I don't want to watch the fight. But this weekend is also the big boxing match, boxing, quote unquote.
Big.
Yes. Oh, look, I say big. Look, it'll draw numbers. I mean, people will still buy this. But the Jake Paul Ben Askren boxing match. Look, I don't give two shits about either of the Paul brothers. But I also won't deny, look, they take boxing serious. They've both been doing it for a few years. Like, they are taking it serious. They just haven't fought anybody. And now they're fighting a MMA fighter whose primary thing was wrestling. So I guess he's still not fighting a boxer. I'll be honest, like, if I had to give a prediction on this one, I am a little kind of tossed up on it because Askren's stand-up has never been good. And, like, his biggest thing is wrestling. So the threat was always when you're fighting him, you can't throw your all into his punches because then he'll just take you, he'll duck and take you down. But now he can't do that. But at the same time, Jake Paul has fought nobody. Askren is tough as hell. So will he knock out Askren? I don't think he will. I think, it's a case where if this fight goes more than 2 rounds, Askren's going to win it because he's got all kinds of cardio. He knows how to go the distance. He's tough as hell. Paul's probably going to go out there and try and knock him out quickly if I had to guess. So, but again, I don't really care. I'm not going to watch this fight. I don't give a shit about. I give so little of a shit about the Paul brothers. I don't even want to watch this fight to see them potentially lose. Like, that's how little a shit I give about them. Like people that watch Floyd Mayweather, like, they watch it because they want to see him get knocked out. Like, I don't care. I really don't care.
Yeah,
but I figured I'd talk about it.
Yeah.
But I figured we had to address it because, again, it's going to draw numbers. There's no doubting the Paul brothers have massive YouTube influence. So it'll draw numbers. And I know I've seen they have like 8,000 people that are going to be performing in concert, including Snoop Dogg. If Snoop's on commentary, maybe you'll get my interest a little bit, maybe.
That was the highlight of the last one of these Triller celebrity stunt fights. Yeah.
But overall, I don't really give a shit about it. I'm going to be watching the Dodgers-Padres game probably. So.
Oh, of course. And which I still see, by the way, is 1-0.
Still 1-0.
Looks like we got Funky Muncie up at the plate. Ryan Weathers. I mean, credit to him. He's holding it down so far. He's had a good season.
There you go.
But again, I think before this spring training, it never pitched above high A. So I don't know. Maybe
get thrown into the lines, dude.
Yeah, you go right into the deep end. Let's see if he can swim. But and one other thing I did want to point out, as Tyler mentioned, Arlovsky, look at the record, 30-20. What a warhorse.
Yeah, he's been around forever, man. Granted, it was a time in the UFC when the heavyweight division was super weak because anybody that could fight was fighting over in pride. But he's a former UFC champ. You can't ever take that away from the guy. So yeah, he's had a long historic career. I've never been a huge fan, but I appreciate the talent. I appreciate the career.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, can't really knock a guy that's a hard living earned right there, putting that kind of record together. But
for sure,
looking forward, especially to that main event, and then we'll have a lot more as we get up to the big event next week. But I think that's pretty much all I have. I know we're both running out of here to go watch the Dodger game, so I want to thank you guys for joining us on a Friday.
Hang on. Ronnie, is that the phone?
I think the red phone is ringing. This time it's lighting up on the it's already influenced this Arkansas Slim Legitimate Sportsbook Celebrity Hotline. Bringing into the program once again the CEO of the program, Mr. Nick Barrios. Sir, how are you?
Thank you for putting me in the middle. Because what are you, hourly? Jeez. Anyway, so one last thing before we cut off. I see the NBA Jams clip. What the hell? I play with the Utah Jazz. People play with the Utah Jazz. We need to change that clip and get the Utah Jazz in there. God.
You're killing me, CEO. You're killing me.
Seriously?
I'm out.
He seems upset.
Right.
Seems upset. Well, on that note, hope you guys have a better weekend than us, as we're surely getting dogged out in some kind of conference call, Zoom call scenario, either immediately after this show or tomorrow or some other time. I don't know. But yeah,
We'll
get
probably
back with you.
get a Zoom call tomorrow during the Dodger game while Nick is there and we're not.
That's true. Yes. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll see you on Monday. One or both of us,
We'll
perhaps.
see. Barron might be taking over the show come Monday. Who even knows?
I don't know where it stands at this point. Everything's up in question.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Maybe for the last time, who knows? But hopefully we'll be back here on Monday, recapping the weekend in sports. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for the comments, for the questions. We love you guys. You know the drill. Keep the fire.
Sorry, it's not the Jazz, boss.